Hey everybody, today I'm going to go ahead and make a quick video about how to correct common mistakes that you've made when mixing henna paste. I'm just going to talk about 5 common mistakes. These aren't the top 5 and these are not the only 5, but these are common mistakes that I have made and that others have emailed me and wanting to know what they can do to correct these mistakes. Mistake number 1, using too much liquid or lemon juice. If your paste has not gone through dye release, you simply just add a couple more spoonfuls of henna powder until the consistency is like mashed potatoes or toothpaste. If your henna has already gone through dye release and you discover that it is too runny and you've added too much liquid, you can set it aside, put it in the refrigerator, then go and mix a second batch. And make this second batch of henna a little drier than you normally would. So don't add as much liquid. And let that second batch go through dye release and then combine the two. You may just find that at this point it may be easier to start over. You don't have to throw out the first batch that has too much liquid or lemon juice. You can always use it to dye your hair or to put on your fingernails or toenails. Common mistake number 2 is the opposite of number 1. You haven't added enough liquid or your paste is too thick. This is a very easy mistake to correct. You just simply add more liquid, and your liquid being your lemon juice, your coffee, your tea, or whatever you use to mix your paste. It doesn't matter whether the paste has gone through dye release or not. Adding additional liquid is not going to change anything. And of course your ideal consistency will be mashed potatoes or toothpaste. Common mistake number 3 is I've added too much essential oil. This is a common mistake for those who are new to mixing henna paste. And you don't want to add too much essential oil because too much essential oil can cause headaches and it also can irritate the skin when you're applying henna paste to the skin. If your paste has not gone through dye release, then just simply add more henna powder until the scent of the oil is not as strong. If after adding more powder you find that your paste is too thick, then simply add more liquid like lemon juice, water, tea, coffee. The way that I determine whether I've added too much essential oil or not enough essential oil is by smelling my paste, and that's why in common mistake number 3 I talk about smelling the paste. If the scent is too strong or not strong enough. If I find that there's just a slight scent in the paste, I probably haven't added enough oil. If I find the scent to be too strong, I've added too much. And if it smells just right, not too strong and not too faint, then I've added just the right amount. One other way to remedy this if your paste has already gone through dye release is you take your first batch, put it in the refrigerator, mix a second batch without essential oil, let that second batch go through dye release, and then combine the two. If you find that this has not worked out for you either, you may just have to toss them out altogether. I don't advise using henna paste that has too much essential oil on the hair because it can dry off your hair and make it really brittle. Common mistake number 4. You've added too much sugar, fructose, honey, or molasses. This is a mistake that both beginners and experienced paste mixers make. If you discover this before dye release, try adding more henna powder and a combination of more liquid until the paste is no longer sticky or silky. Henna that has too much sugar will not dry or will take forever to dry. It is impossible to apply designs with henna paste that is too silky and sugary and sticky, and the design will run or shift. If you find that you're not able to correct the issue of the silky, sticky texture, then you most likely will have to throw it out, or maybe you can use it for a project or something. But I wouldn't suggest putting it in your hair and using it for hair dye because it is so sticky. Common mistake number 5. I added salt to my henna paste instead of adding sugar by accident. You might think, who would do such a silly thing? I have done such a silly thing. There's really nothing you can do. You're going to have to throw the batch out. I don't suggest using the henna for hair application. I don't advise ever putting anything with salt in it in your hair. You'll just have to be careful next time. Because I've made this mistake before, I always taste test to make sure I'm using sugar before I put it in my paste. even though if I know it's sugar, it's just a part of my process. So taste tests next time. They look so much alike. If you look at white table sugar and you look at salt, I mean, they're almost identical. So just be more careful in the future. And that completes 5 common mistakes. If you have any questions or you have any mistakes that you have made that you would like to share, please feel free to leave a comment, send me an email either through Facebook or YouTube, not Facebook, YouTube, or you can send me an email at my email address. I'll put that in the bottom bar. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to rate and subscribe. Bye-bye.